Hello everybody again. Now the little setup I want to show you today is that, well, here in the US we only get 120 standard, which I have a variac so it can go up to about 145, but that's still not fun. And I want to show you with 3 microwave oven transformers you can almost double your voltage pretty much. Now most people know you run microwave oven transformers, you can run them in series, and get 2,000, 4,000 and so on volts for how many you're in series. But what I want to show you is how you can get, instead of 120, about 240 out of it. Well, what I have here is, I ran the first one, just ran it normally, and what I did is I hooked all the positives together, or the hot wires out of the transformers, all the negatives together, but the outputs of them, well, I should say not inputs, but that one's ran like that. The primaries of these other 2 transformers, I have them ran in series, not hooked up to the variac or anything, only one of them is. The other 2 are ran in series, and you figure that puts out about, 120 goes in there, about 2,000 goes out. I've put 2,000 back into each one of these, which transforms it back down to 120. But if you run them in series, you get about 240 out of them. So it's kind of like one transformer doubling your voltage, only using 3 of them. And I'll show you I have them ran in series and hooked up to a voltmeter. Let's see. Right now I'm already over 100 volts, or about 100 volts, and it's only pulling 1 amp off of it, and I don't know if you're gonna get that to focus, is just over 50 volts. And let's see, $180, $190. There. I would get about 240 out of it. It's pulling 15 amps, which it is a 30 amp variac, has a 25 amp fuse in it, but the main breaker in the basement for this room is only 15 amps, which is kind of stupid. You can't have much fun with that. But you figure variacs add about just over about 120. That's at 190. And you're probably wondering, why doesn't it double your voltage? Well, power is lost through heat and resistance, and them transformers are really inefficient, give off a lot of heat, so that's wasting a lot of the power. There is resistance through all the windings, because the secondaries have, I think it's about 4,000 windings if I remember right. I could be wrong. The primaries I think have about 240 windings in them, so that's a lot of wire it has to go through, which does have some resistance. But this variac does go up to about 145 volts, and if I could put that through there, if my main breaker went pop, I would get about 240 out of it. Still, 145 to 190 at 13 amps isn't that bad, but let's see. You're not going to get that many amps out of it. That's how many amps it's drawing. There, I just hooked the amp meter on this. Might short it out, get about yeah, I think I drew, oops, I blew the fuse in my variac. I drew way too many amps out of it. Hold on a minute. Yep, blown out fuse. Let me replace the fuse in the variac and I'll ballast it. So just a minute. Well, I can't find my other fuse right now, but I'll make another video in a couple minutes. But what I was trying to do, what I did earlier, is when it's ballasted, I ballasted with the heater, and I dead shorted. I only get a max of about 15 amps, and you maybe only get about that many volts out of it, about 190, putting 145 volts into it, about 15 amps. But out of it, let's see, you only get about 5 amps out of it, so not too many amps, but it does give you more volts. And if you're trying to run motors that without much of a load on it, you just need the extra voltage, it works for that, or just having fun. I don't know, maybe run that kind of voltage into a transformer and see what it does. I don't know. Well, if there's anything you'd like me to try for you guys, I got a variac, got transformers, got motors, all kinds of random stuff. Either that or just keep watching to see what I come up with next. Well, thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.